Summer is here, and that means longer days, warmer nights, and about 1 million insects. It also means that we see so many more people wearing a lot less clothes throughout every form of media. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the same perfect summer body scattered throughout my social media. But the problem with seeing the same body type time and time again, it reinforces the idea that that's the only acceptable standard of beauty, and that anyone who doesn't look that way isn't considered beautiful, which, plot twist, they certainly are. But the problem with seeing the same body type doesn't just occur within traditional media like TV and magazine, it also happens within social media too. I know social media is ours to control in terms of what we post and what we see, but it's still a media outlet. Hello, it's in the name, social media. Social media often feels like it's more real than other media outlets, and that's because it's filled with our friends and family. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's portraying them in their natural light. I'm sure you've all heard the quote that social media is the highlight reel of life. It only shows our absolute best moments, and exactly the same with only showing us looking our absolute best. At the end of the day, like I said, we're in complete control of what we post. So we tend to only post photos of ourselves when we're looking a particular way. These days, most people have an entire army of editing apps at their disposal, which they use to work on every picture before it even sees our timeline. So by the time it reaches our feeds, it's been edited, filtered, blurred, softened, blemishes removed, and God knows what else, all in an effort to make the person seem more beautiful in the eyes of society. The problem with only seeing these heavily edited and filtered photos on our feeds, especially from our friends and family, just reinforces the idea that that's the way people are supposed to look like, and that that's the only acceptable standard of beauty. And what that does is it makes everyone who doesn't look that way, like me, feel completely terrible about our own bodies, because we have spots, we have stretch marks, and that's completely natural and beautiful, but because we never see those on any image anywhere, even on our friends, we feel terrible in comparison. The truth is that although we only see a small percentage of what bodies can look like portrayed in the media, even in our own social medias, doesn't mean that that is the only acceptable standard of beauty. Beauty comes in every form imaginable. It exists in everyone. The true beauty lies in our diversity, and it lies in the differences between you and me. Not all bodies look the same, and that's okay. It's important to remember that just because one flower doesn't look the same as the next, doesn't make it any less beautiful. They're both beautiful because they're both different. And that's exactly the same as you and me. Our differences are what make us beautiful. So the next time that you open up your social media feed and you see pictures of your friends or celebrities and they start to make you question your own body and start to make you feel bad about yourself, take a step back and think about everything that might have gone into making that image look that way. But ultimately, realize that just because you don't look that way is completely okay. But most importantly, remember that you don't need to change the way you look or edit your photos in order to fit into somebody else's idea of what beauty is. Beauty is in everybody, and beauty is everybody. Remember that, and have a great summer.